How's it going, friends? Welcome back to another video here with me, Arne. We are playing some Standard, and we are going back to Simulacrum Synthesizer. Yeah, I mean, artifact payoff, pretty powerful one, been around since OTJ last year, and we are receiving more and more artifact-themed sets. Sure, some artifact-themed sets have rotated as well, but seemingly all the important cards are still in Standard right now. So, yeah, we've gotten some new additions to this archetype. Pinnacle Emissary, which is a 1-mana way to trigger Simulacrum Synthesizer, and of course, grows the synthesizer by making multiple tokens. So, like, these construct tokens are even bigger. I mean, they're already like 6, 6, 7, 7s really quickly, but I guess, hey, you have some drones laying around, they get even bigger. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. Anyhow. So that's kind of interesting, and then of course later on it's 2 spells in one. It's 2 Simulacrum Synthesizer triggers in one spell, right? You warp it, then you get it later on out of your exile zone. You can cast it again for 3 mana. So seems interesting. It's also a cheap thing to Repurposing Bay with. Like you can play it for 1, sack it immediately, and then get a 4-drop. That's something you can do. In addition to the Emissary, we have the Warmaker Gunship, which is sort of just your removal spell, I guess. That's just a good artifact that you can fetch up with Repurposing Bay by sacking one of your 2s and then getting the Warmaker Gunship, kill something, sack it, get the Boommobile, yada, yada, yada. And last but not least, Cryogen Relic. Dominating already Edge of Eternity's Limited and presumably Pauper too. I've at least heard a lot of rage and publicity about Pauper, like this card being insane in Pauper. Yeah, it seems like a good fit here. It's an artifact that replaces itself and then it draws a card when it dies as well. So it seems really nice with Repurposing Bay. Very strong with Legion Extruder as well, where it's just an artifact laying around that you can sacrifice into an Extruder. And, you know, you can just also sack it to stun an opposing creature. It's just a very strong card. It helps work towards affinity. But yeah, I mean, the synergy with Repurposing Bay is the main one, where, you know, you find yourself the Simulacrum Synthesizer while drawing more cards, keeping the artifact flow going to, yeah, churn through your deck. This deck also has an infinite combo. It's a little bit convoluted. It includes crafting Enigma Jewel for 9 mana. With Radiant Lotus and Boommobile, and then you can activate this, like all here, as you see, whenever you act like the Locus of Enlightenment, if you have it flipped, whenever you activate it, so first of all, it has all activated abilities of all the things it crafted with, so it will have the ability of the Exhaust here, which is pretty important on the Boommobile, and of course the ability of the Radiant Lotus. What you can then do is you can activate the Radiant Lotus ability, make a ton of mana, because the activated ability of that will be doubled. So you get not 3 mana for sacrificing an artifact, you get 6 mana. And then you also have the Exhaust ability. And with that, you can then, let's say you can spend 10 mana on this Exhaust ability. That is 14 damage in total, because it's 7x is equal to 7. And it gets doubled as well. So you don't even have to get to up to like 24 mana. You just have to get up to, if your opponent's at 20, you have to get up to essentially 13 mana in total. 3 for the activation and then 10 for the X. And that's 20 damage to your face because the ability is doubled. Yeah, that's the combo that's built into this deck. You can assemble the combo with the Repurposing Bay, of course, by going up the ladder. The Boommobile doesn't even have to be in play. The Radiant Lotus, if you get it as the last thing after getting the Memory Guardian, you can then sacrifice a bunch of artifacts, make all that mana to then craft the jewel with 4 more non-lands permanents with active abilities. Yeah, and the relic is also a non-land permanent. Like all these things have activated abilities, all these 2-drops. The jewel itself, of course, has an activated ability. So a lot of these things have activated abilities, so you can get there with that craft with 4 more, which is certainly a hefty price, but it's possible. Yeah, and what else? I mean, I think that's pretty much covering all of it. Most curious about the Pinnacle Emissary. This card is obviously broken, or I mean, very, very powerful in a format like Modern or Legacy, where you have a bunch of 0 mana artifacts, so you can just play a turn 1 and then make an army of flyers and power out some affinity cards, right? In this format, Standard, you just don't have that. We have Mox Jasper as the only 0 mana artifact, which is, yeah, just blank. So we'll see how it performs. I certainly wouldn't play this without the obvious synergy of the synthesizer. If this wouldn't exist, I think the Pinnacle Emissary would just be too bad. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it can sometimes maybe be cast for 1 mana and make like 1 or 2 artifacts, which isn't great. And later on, it can be cast again. So I'm pretty suspect on how this card is actually going to perform. But I think the Relic is going to be good. The Gunship is, I think, also going to be good. Yeah. The mana base is reasonable. Okay, let's talk about the sideboard real quick. With some fire magic, some torture towers, self-explanatory stuff, negates and disdainful strokes, and Abrade, 2 ghost vacuums. Akal, Pakal, 3 mana 1/5. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you then at the end step get to sleight of hand. And yeah, it's sort of just a card advantage engine, big body blocker, and yeah, maybe goes around. You know, your opponent will silent artifact hate, counter spells, and Akal Pakal might go around that. 1 copy of Braided Net. It's another thing you can fetch through Repurposing Bay. It's a nice card advantage engine. The 4th Gunship, just if you play against a deck with big creatures, this might be important to have more big stuff removal. And then 1 copy of Dissection Tools, just a life-linking creature. It is also interesting with the constructs. If you have 1 construct that's already on, you know, can attack, doesn't have summoning sickness, you can sack the 2/2 right away, put it on the construct, and then attack for like 8/8 lifelink, right? Because these constructs are gigantic. So that's certainly a card you could also put in the main deck. Unfortunately, another very strong card has rotated out that you were in the past getting with Repurposing Bay, and that is Mightstone and Meekstone. That one was really nice, as it did activate the Repurposing Bay immediately as well, and it was just a powerful thing you can fetch out if you sacrifice a 4-drop. Yeah, but now we have Dissection Tools. Anyhow, that is blue-red artifacts, Pinnacle Emissary, and all the rest. Let's see, is this finally tier 1 now with these new additions? We'll find out. Okie dokie. It's a little bit slow out of the gate, no 2-drop. Hopefully I'm not getting overrun. Opponent already has a Cecil. Don't like that when I keep such a slow hand. I'm gonna be very far behind probably. Let's hope they don't curve out too badly. Okay, blue-black, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a little bit of a concern with this version of the deck that is very focused on enabling the synergies, is that my early game situation isn't great. And if you wouldn't play the Emissary, you would probably play some more like Torture Towers. I really only have 6 removal spells on turn 2 to attack with my opponent, so if I'm on the draw, my opponent has a fast start. Yeah, things can go south. Next turn I can go nuts, potentially, but this will likely get countered. If this would resolve, I could go like Emissary, Guardian. Which would have produced a lot of power and toughness. Enigma Jewel. Yeah, I just have to go Synthesizer here, I think. Just have to get this thing down. Okay. Make 1 construct here. And the next turn, I will have... I can play another Synthesizer. I'm not getting these Memory Guardians down, though. I don't know. I mean, I really kind of like the second one of these, but... I don't know how I'm... Okay, I could just cast an Emissary next turn and hybrid it again. That makes a ton of mana. And then on the following turn, I can go Guardian plus Synthesizer. Yeah, it's probably fine. Like I can cast this one next turn, and then, or like hybrid this or the other way around, doesn't matter. And then I get 2 constructs and I get 1 flyer. Faebloom Trick, so I take 6. Yeah, I'm just too slow off the gates here. I'm the Phantom Interference kinda. It's just too slow of a draw. If I had a 2-drop to kill the Cecil, I would be at like 10 or 12 life. Things would be a lot smoother, of course. I'm at 4. I have to produce some flyers. I can Emissary for hybrid, then cast Jewel, then cast Guardian. I guess that's probably what I should do. Oh, I can cast both Guardians. Yeah, right. Okay. That's pretty good, I guess. That makes a pretty big board and stabilizes me pretty well. All right. I mean, my opponent was kind of missing that oomph on turn 3. Like, if they had a Kaido, I probably would be dead. Or like a Curiosity would have killed me too. I guess we're stabilized. Put him down to 2 life even. That's crazy. All right, we got 7 blockers, 4 of them in the air. Opponent's on 2 life. Well, that took a turn, I guess. Shoot the Sheriff. Yeah. They have another removal. Doesn't. It's not enough. Yeah, they can attack me. Doesn't matter. I can just block with these. Yeah. They can block flyers. Okay, that was kind of impressive. I didn't think I was going to win that game. Yeah, I mean, Pinnacle Emissary, I guess, seems kind of nice against specifically Demir, where the flyers are pretty relevant, actually. Okay, Fire Magic, Torch, Abrade, Gunship, those seem all interesting. Yeah, what do I cut? I could trim the combo. I don't know if I need it here. I mean, I don't think I do. I don't think I do, right? I think I can cut like a Boommobile and maybe like a Jewel. And I think I want to have the Guardian. Guardian seems kind of nice against them. Maybe I cut a Repurposing Bay. I definitely play the Fire Magic. And what else? What else? I don't know. I kind of also want to keep the combo in the deck just for the shit and giggles, you know? But I think that's insane. Like, the combo is really vulnerable. This whole crafting stuff is vulnerable to Tidebinder. So against Tidebinder decks, you might not want to do that. So I think I'm just going to bring the torches and that's it. I still have 3 gunships. A lot of cheap removal now. I guess Cecil is a little difficult to kill. Like, Legion Extruder not killing Cecil is a little annoying. So I could play Braid, maybe. Sure. I don't know how good the the pod is if you take out the combo. I think it's still gonna be good, right? Because it finds your synthesizer, which is your strongest card. Yeah. Opponent's taking a mole. But yeah, we also have to take a mole. Okay, I like this. What am I doing here? Am I just bottoming the Guardian? Or am I could bottom a land, theoretically. Yeah, let's go. Let's be a little greedy here. I mean, I'm on the draw. I have a surveil land. I'm going to find a land, right? Okay. Yeah. I think otherwise I would have probably just bottomed this. And then go like Extruder, turn 2, and then like Chainsaw, Pinnacle, turn 3. Make a 1-1. Something like that. No, I'm just going to kill the bat, obviously. Another year of Demir. Are you guys ready? To be fair, the printing of Fire Magic, I think, has really put a damper to how good Demir midrange can be in the future. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, maybe my sideboard should have a way. Like, the gunship doesn't deal with planeswalkers, unfortunately. So you can't, like, kill Kaito with it. So maybe I should have a way of... like a sideboard removal for Kaito. Obliterating Bolt or something. I'm kind of leaning towards just playing the Bay. If I draw land, I can grab Synthesizer with Second Chainsaw, and then I can hybrid and cast Guardian. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do that I guess. There's a card that could blow me to pieces, and that is a Tidebinder. It's so obvious, right? They just gotta have it, right? They mapped no Curiosity, no Kaito, 2 cards in hand. I mean, I can probably wiggle around it, right? I probably can wiggle around it. But I could just torch the bat and then try to kill the Siren. That will maybe lure it out already. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna respect it. I think it's a bit too much of a tempo swing if they do that to me here. And if they keep holding up all that mana, I'm just gonna use a Braid here. That's fine too for me, because then I can maybe develop in other ways. Right? They just like keep holding up all that mana, it's not gonna be great for them either. They're not tapping out, they're not playing Curiosity. It just smells so much like a Tidebinder. I think I'm just gonna play Synthesizer. I could also play Memory Guardian for it. That's like the best play into Tidebinder. Just cast a Memory Guardian. But I don't want to combine the Memory Guardian with something else. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. They're probably gonna shut it off Tidebinder, but then I can torch the Tidebinder next turn and then do shenanigans. Oh my god, I had it! Who would have thought? Okay. The Fomori Vault has been a little awkward. I mean, that just having a colorless land, meaning that I can like 1/1/1 with these cards. So I go hybrid. Why do I always say hybrid? It's warp, but it is a hybrid cost. Oh no, shit. I screwed up. I screwed up, didn't I? I screwed up. Anyways, I mean, what I did here essentially is I gave myself a drone instead of a construct, which is not where you want to be. By doing it the way I did. I could have done even nastier things as well. I didn't really think this through. I could have gone torch the Tidebinder, sack my chainsaw, get another synthesizer, then emissary. That would get me 2 constructs, I guess. Bloom trick. Okay. Yeah, Demir's not doing a whole lot here against this. They just cannot beat that. Right. I'm just gonna... Like, I can just grind myself through these Restless Reefs here. Through everything. I go to 7, they have 0 cards in hand. I mean, they flooded out a little bit. They didn't have any Kaitos. Okay, what's my move now? I just get Synthesizer by sacking a Chainsaw, I guess. Yeah. Can get the Gunship. No. Is this 6th land useful? No, I don't think so. Play Spirebluff and pass the turn, I guess. I could kill the Quasi right now. Sacking like my Extruder, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm just gonna trade with it. I don't need it. Okay. I can make a Golem, but I think I just do this. They hit me for 1. Yeah, fine. Okay. What's the best I can do? I mean, this makes 4 constructs. You can also get another Synthesizer and then cast 1 of these. Like, just hardcast this. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna... I don't know, see, whatever, I mean... Nah, Okay, I'm just gonna... I don't know, I'm just gonna do this. It's insane either way, like, it's just completely unbeatable. I have no idea how they're gonna get out of this, yeah. I'm gonna make 2 guys, 2 more guys, a flyer, attack them for like 13 or whatever. Alright. I mean, Demir's a tier 1 deck. You can argue that. So, good showing. Play first. Okay. Legion Extruder is nice with the Pinnacle Emissary in the late game too, so you can turn these 1/1 drones into real creatures. So far, the emissaries look kind of nice, at least in that matchup. Do I want to just kill that? I think so. Keep the board clean, don't take damage. It's the type of thing you also want to kill right away, because if you don't, the other cards get counters when you kill stuff. Okay. Now, green is known for having definitely disenchants available. The Boommobile. Looking kind of whatever here. Shoots a little bit of damage. I mean, it makes a big construct, I guess. Maybe that's all I want. I don't think I want the Extruder. I'm gonna go Emissary plus these, plus 1 of these next turn, I guess. I think there's better things in my deck than that, but I'm gonna keep it. It's just a big construct, which is probably all I want here. If they can't remove my Synthesizer, they're gonna have a hard time winning, I would think. I'm just gonna pop out gigantic creature. Scrap shooter, really? Jesus, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Scrap shooter main deck, really? Okay, well, I have to stem the bleeding here. Chainsaw really important here. It's not Legion Extruder. That was pretty sad. I mean, I could have... I don't know. I don't think I should have slow rolled my synthesizer. The Boommobile, I wish I would have not kept. Of course. 4 cards in hand. I can cast Repurposing Bay and Memory Guardian. Then I can go get a Radiant Lotus next turn. And then sack a bunch of artifacts, make a bunch of Pinnacle Emissary tokens and a big Boommobile. I can generate at least 9 mana with the Radiant Lotus. Even more, I guess, by sacking Pinnacle Emissary tokens. Alright, I think I'm gonna go for that line. Otherwise I could like make some drones, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. I can cast this and like as a creature and then cast a Guardian, have like a 3/3, a 3/4, and a 1/1. I can like double block something. Yeah, I mean I could have waited until I hit the 5th mana, so then I can like cast Repurposing Bay and sack the Guardian immediately maybe. But it's also not that I'm in dire danger here. Like they can hit me for 7. And then next turn I can hopefully do something powerful. I don't think I can kill them though. Like I can cast both of these for 1 mana. That's 3 artifacts essentially. And then I can sack those and this into the Radiant Lotus. I draw another card, the Relic. That's 6, 18 mana. Then I cast Boommobile. That's 14 damage. So it's just not enough. Scrap Sheeter multiple times in the main deck is obviously insane against my deck. And drawing 2 of them. It's like, okay. Yeah, I would not have kept the Boommobile if I would have known they have multiple Scrap Shooters coming at my face. I guess I could have done like a synthesizer and make 2 big constructs there. I'm just still dead to... Yeah, I just have 2 blockers. It's like, if they draw land, I'm dead. If they map twice on this, I'm dead. So that was... Yeah. Alright. Alright. Well. I guess I could have this guy here. And maybe some free damage effects. Some Gunship, some Dissection Tools. Maybe cut the Radiant, maybe cut a Boommobile. Cut a Jewel. Cut one of these guys. Braided Net could be okay. The constructs are good against them. I just have to play very patiently, I think, with my synthesizer. I just can't like play it out. I have to wait until I can set it up, which is obviously very annoying. Is that wanted here? Maybe. Depends on my opponent's hand. I don't think so though. Like I think I'd rather just have higher impact cards. I already have a 2 mana play. Okay, interesting. think I'm just gonna pass the turn. I want to kill the 2, then play Akal, and then I have the relic later for when I can trigger this ability. Yeah. And I'm not gonna play my synthesizer, obviously, even though it's certainly the higher payoff card. I will be patient. Yeah, the Akal Pakal seems great against my opponent. Hopefully it will stick a little bit. It's just exactly what you want it for. When your opponent has a bunch of disenchants, you can, yeah. The scrap shooter is extremely annoying though. Like, if your opponent has disenchants, at least they're taking like time off to deploy them, and then you have the time to sort of rebuild. The scrap shooter doesn't give you time to rebuild. It puts a 4/4 into play. It does not mess around. Oh, that's a nice draw. Chainsaw has looked really good so far. I mean, Legion Extruder would have, again, been a lot worse. So maybe you want to split off Legion Extruder and Chainsaw. The extra damage can certainly be huge. I don't know how... The Extruder ability of making golems is relevant, of course. I have to take the Emissary, right? It's relevant, but... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how relevant compared to the free damage. I'm leaning towards the free damage is more relevant. Depends on how fast the format is, I guess. If the format is... Like, Vivi is also a thing. People just play the Vivi on turn 3. And you want to have Chainsaw. So I think I'm going to make that swap. I'm gonna play 4 Chainsaw, 2 Extruder. Yeah. The 2 damage is just a little too weak. And you have so much stuff going on that making golem ability doesn't seem that important to me. Is this the turn where we go off with Synthesizer? I can only make 1 guy. They're surely sitting on some disenchant. Alternative lines I have is like this, and this. That doesn't seem much better. I guess I'm just gonna do it. They kill it, whatever. I at least have 1 big guy. Only one of those cards will go into my hand. Unfortunately. I think I'm just gonna take the mountain. I kinda wanna play the Dissection Tools next turn. And Pakal is crushing it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the land here. Dissection Tools is kind of neat with... Okay. Nice, pick your poison. Dissection Tools is kind of neat with the 1/1 flyers. Gives you a lot of sacrifice fodder. Oh my god. Oh, that's gotta be painful. Oh. Yeah, no scrap shooters this game, I guess. Okay. Paw Patch Recruit. I guess I'm going to... Let's use the mountains. I'm going to do this. Cast Jewel. Yeah, sorry. Dissection Tools, you have to wait a turn. I have better things to do. Pay. And attack for 9. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fire magic seems interesting. It's like this Monogreen deck is weird. It has these big guys, but it also like these free toughness creatures, but it also produces boards like these. I guess Legion Extruder seems kind of weak. I think I'm gonna play Fire Magic over it. I could also play Torch the Tower. don't know about the Jewel in this deck. Doesn't seem that good. So Repurposing Bay is kind of slow. Maybe I want more removal. Torture, another Extruder maybe. I just have to stem the early bleeding. I mean, I don't have any sweepers, so I don't really have good... Like, they can... My way of catching up on board is having a synthesizer stick. But when I'm on a draw, and when they have a bunch of disenchants, that's kind of difficult to accomplish. Yeah, maybe I should have Torch the Tower instead of these Extruders so I can actually kill the Elf on turn 1. I mean, I have 2 Fire Magics to do that, but... Torch would have maybe saved me here. If they go powerful 3-drop, I'm probably just Dobbs. That's pretty good. Fire Magic would be great. Legion Extruder is less great. Yeah. This is just, on the draws, such a bad raid. I mean, Lano Elf's the biggest punishment. If they have a good Lano Elf curve, I'm probably losing with whatever I... like, Fire Magic, I guess, would have saved me, but yeah. Fire Magic, please? I guess I'm gonna synthesize it and hopefully find it. Right. Yeah. Whatever. If they have Scrap Shooter, they have Scrap Shooter. Memory Guardian is good if they don't have Scrap Shooter. I guess it's also fine if they do, as I at least can block all the small stuff. But it doesn't really give me a long-term plan or strategy that I like. I'm glad I sided in the Fire Magics. I'm a little sad I didn't draw them. I could have really giga punished my opponent this game. Yeah. They take 7, go to 10. Yeah, I'm just kind of Dobbs. The Legion Extruder was really bad. The Warmaker Gunship really bad against their draw. I needed a sweeper, which my deck barely has any. Like, casting removal just increases their power instead of decreasing it. Batch Recruit being very annoying. Best case scenario, they can just attack for 4 damage. But it still leaves me without a long-term plan, really. I can try to assemble blockers with these Legion Extruders. Okay, I think I'm just dead. Take 1,000,000. Okay, Monogreen, you got me. Okay. Can we pull off the combo? Maybe you just have to just play 4 Chainsaw and 4 Torch the Tower. I don't know how to make the space, I guess. You could also move away from the whole Enigma Jewel stuff. Enigma Jewel isn't that good in the deck, I feel like. That was a nice draw. Like, it is and it isn't. It is obviously great with the combo, but it also isn't very good with the whole synthesizer stuff. And maybe you can just be a synthesizer control artifact deck. If that makes sense. Okay. I can get the extruder going to just sort of have it in play and start making golems. And I can warp this as well to make a drone. I guess so. It makes my Guardian a little cheaper. I'm obviously playing against like a Catramos black-white control deck because that's what you do if you are playing Magic Arena. People just like to play with Catramos. Even though it is not a very good Magic card in Standard. I have no ways of dealing with it, so my way of dealing with it, I guess, is just going over the top or comboing my opponent, which should be doable. Should be doable. Here I could go Emissary into Guardian. It's a pretty good turn, I guess. Otherwise I can go Boommobile. Sack the Relic with the mana from the Boommobile. Probably just best to establish a board position first. I mean, Sunfall isn't legal anymore. I guess Deadly Cover-Up is. Deadly Cover-Up makes sense in a Catramos deck. So I'll have to keep that one in mind, but it costs 5, so I can fully deal them a chunk before they get to it. Oh. Okay. Well, that was the worst case scenario. They have Day of Judgment. Okay. Well, that was a bummer. I mean, it's playing in the dark. You just never know. Do I want to deploy this or do I want to save this for later to do something nice? I think I might want to save it. I'm just going to draw a card still now in case I draw like a useful thing I can play. That's not very useful. All right. Then taking my bay was certainly pretty important. Now I'm kind of flooding out, I guess, and getting raft. Okay. People just want to make it work with the Catramos. They just don't understand that it's just not a very good card if you can't get to 7 very quickly. Like if I would be playing an aggressive deck, I would just murder my opponent. And the Catramos would be more downside than upside. I don't think my 3/3 is gonna get there. So I think I'm just gonna sack it, get a jewel. Not playing the Boommobile cost me a little bit. The Catramos is not a bad card in a grindy, slow matchup where there's not a lot of... But if your life total is in danger, this card is... I found this card to be pretty bad. Yes, you can build your deck in a way where you have a bunch of like Wrath effects and whatnot. I really got Omega punished for not playing my Boommobile that one turn where I sacrifice the relic. Whoa, they take the chainsaw? What the frick? I guess they don't want me to get Synthesizer is the idea. I guess that makes some sense. I was thinking they would take this. It's a 1-2 activated abilities. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. So I go Synthesizer. Boommobile, and then I sack the Boommobile to get a free 4. Yeah. They can kill the free 4, which is a little annoying, but would be nice to have like a 5-man artifact that's not a creature that I could get here, so I can reliably get to my Radiant Lotus and kill them next turn. Yeah, that's what the Dissection Tools maybe in the main deck should be for. They can just Wrath me here with like another Day of Judgment. They keep missing land drops, so the hand is loaded. I can also draw into this relic, which is really nice. Maybe I should play a little bit more carefully here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna lose to Ultima no matter what. If they have that, it's just game. Ultima is certainly scary, but that's what you have counterspells for, I guess. But yeah, I mean, blue-white and Jeskai and this deck could easily have Ultima in the main deck. And just blow this deck to pieces. It's certainly a little scary to think about if just people just have a card like having Farewell in the main deck, sort of just an I win card. Very difficult to beat that one if it resolves. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean that enables the Catchamos finally. Congratulations. That card does enable the Catchamos kind of well, I guess, yeah. Because you can evidence over. Like you can fill your graveyard and then, But this is also like turn 8 or whatever, so turn 7, I don't know what it is, but it's been a while. Okay. So what did they exile? The Bay? Not Extruder, okay. Emissary. I wish I could get an artifact that's not a creature in this matchup. I could sack the Jewel to get a Collision Relic. Go up the chain. Maybe I should have done that last turn. Just ignore the whole combo and just make a bunch of Synthesizer tokens. I don't know. I guess I can do that next turn. I can still activate this thing, right? Yeah. I guess I can deal some damage. Let's activate it for what? I have 8 mana, so I can do it for free, right? Because I need 2 for the base, so 3 damage. Sure. It's really tough if they just sweep again. I just lose everything. Oh, I should have acted. Oh, it gives a counter as well. I guess I missed the damage. I guess I'm not gonna lose the Emissary at least. gonna force them to have another sweeper. Really annoys me that I don't have like a 5 mana in this matchup. I mean, I have it post board. I'm gonna bring in the Dissection Tools, I guess, because this situation is gonna be relevant. Like I could have perhaps safely comboed if this would be a Dissection Tools next turn. If they have another cover up and exile my Boommobile, the combo time is over. There's no more comboing. This could easily be a rough matchup for me. Like Deadly Cover Up is very good. I don't have a way to deal with Catchermo's sweepers. Like a bunch of sweepers are very good against constructs. And then they have maybe Ultima in the sideboard to just completely destroy me. It seems so that they don't have Ultima in the main deck at least. But yeah, I got super punished for going not for the Coalition Relic here, for going for the Boommobile. That was really, really bad. Oh, they didn't take the Boommobile? Oh. Oh man, even harder punish. Oh man. Okay, that was a good draw, I guess. Yeah, I want to do this first. Get the synthesizer. It's kind of crazy. The relic is amazing here. So like the best card in my deck to draw at that point in time. No, thank you. Yes. That's a Radiant Lotus. That's actually GG. If I have enough mana, if I have enough sacrifice outlets. Fourth sweeper. Okay. Are you exhausted out of sweepers finally? Even if they have a sweeper, I might get there. Like... they're 10 life. Oh, I don't have a jewel. What am I talking about? I'm stupid. I don't have a jewel. Sorry, guys. I don't have a jewel, right? So I can't win. I just give up. I guess they were just straight up dead, huh? They blocked the two biggest guy. They gain 4. They take 14. Yeah, they were just dead. Okay, nice. What a game. Okay, chainsaw goes, gunship goes, I guess. I might keep one in as a removal to fetch. Extruder looks pretty bad. I want negate, I want stroke. I don't have a way to deal with the Catramos, unfortunately. Braid for Mazemind Tome. Braided Net and Akal Pakal just as card advantage cards. Going for the Radiant Lotus is going to be difficult, but I think I'm going to leave it in regardless. As I just don't really have anything better, I think. And it is, yeah, it's going to be a way to win for me. It's tricky against the Deadly Cover Up, but I mean, I have some counter spells for Deadly Cover Up. Maybe I can manage. They could have something like 4 Dark Confidence in their sideboard and totally destroy me with Dark Confidence turn 2. But I don't know that. I have no clue what they have going on. So I'm just gonna Gonna not play around it. If they have it for game 2, I can sideboard in some more red removal spells for game 3. That is not keepable, unfortunately. I think Relic is certainly one of the best cards in these types of matchups, in these interactive matchups. I mean, how good is it? Do I want free? If I do this, I could maybe make a scenario where I go Guardian and then instantly get the Lotus and sack a bunch of artifacts to get more mana. But this is sort of the more just grindy, long game, security type of situation. I really do think this is like one of the best cards in this matchup. This and Synthesizer. Screw it. I'm just gonna go with this. Like Memory Guardian can do shenanigans, but it's not that great by itself. Oh wow, that's a sick draw. Now if I draw land, I can go Bay and sack the Relic on turn 3 by activating the Bay with the Jewel. That would be nice. So this deck is certainly fun. It's just something a lot different than what I'm used to playing. It's nice. I don't know if this is better than the blue-white version for what it's worth. The blue-white version getting United Battlefront is certainly pretty nice. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's not much to do here. Okay. Pass, I guess. Annex. Annex instead of Dark Confident, I guess. Yeah. They have Ketramos, Annex, and Tome as card advantage engines. They like drawing cards. Yeah, I mean, it's just gotta be this. Yeah. If I find a land with this Relic, which I will actually draw first, I can then make a construct as well. I did not. Boommobile. I don't think so. What about the land? It's tapped. It's probably fine. Next turn I could maybe do something nasty. Like, if they don't mess with my stuff, they just make a demon. Okay. Okay. So what I can do now is I can go. I can get an Enigma. I can get the Lotus and make a bazillion mana. This Fomori Vault has been a little tilting. It's again messing me up here. Okay, let's plan this out. So I get 1,000,000 mana. What do I do then? With 1,000,000 mana, I might just have a kill here. Let's see. That would be crazy. Turn 5 kill. No biggie. It's I think if this would be a colored land, I would certainly have a kill here. I would certainly have a kill. But I think I might still have a kill. The Enigma Jewel powering me up. I just hope they let me do it. Okay. Okay. So, I want to sack a lot of artifacts, and I want to be able to craft into the jewel. So what I want to do is I want to target me, sack this, I think, and the Lotus. Then I'm gonna make a bunch of blue mana. I don't know how much this is, 21 or something. 21, okay. So now I'm gonna go, I guess I can hybrid this. I'm gonna go Bay. And I need 9 mana for this jewel at the end of all of this, so I can spend some more on these cards. Make it, yeah, this is lethal. So now what I can do, yeah, I need 9 mana left for the jewel. Yeah, so this goes down to 10. I do have 2 mana there too. Like I have 13 mana right now. So I'm just gonna, you know, go through emotions, I guess. But I already have plenty of mana at this point. But yeah, whatever. I mean, I can cast this. I don't have to though. Now I want to sack this. Yeah. Get a Boommobile. I will not have the ability to actually craft it under the jewel, but that doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna crack you. And I will exile all of these. I guess I can actually craft the Boommobile as well. I can deal even more damage that way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because then that ability, I don't know. I mean, I think all activated abilities are copied actually, so it doesn't matter, to be honest. I think it doesn't matter. In any case, now I'm gonna activate this ability. I will target me. I will sack all of you. I know I could have made more, whatever. I will generate a trillion mana. Literally. A red. 42. Blue. Okay. And then I'm going to activate Boommobile and deal my opponent a smooth 90. And that Memory Guardian would have resulted in me getting 5 more artifacts in total. So that would have been 5 times 6 mana. So 30 additional mana. So I could have, if I would have cast that Memory Guardian, if I wouldn't have been so lazy, I would have dealt them another 30 damage. -1. 29, because it cost me 1 mana to cast it. Oh, that was great. I did enjoy that. That was really fun. You know, who doesn't love a convoluted combo where you have to go through multiple steps? But yeah, killing on turn 5 with this artifact deck. And yeah, I mean, what's nice about this deck, of course, is that it has these 2 game plans. It has just the inherently powerful synergy or synthesizer power play, which just wins the game by making a bunch of big guys. And it has that combo finish. So it's kind of well set up against a deck like that black-white control deck that's operating with sweepers. So that's nice. Weak points are certainly the early game. So if you wanted to improve the early game, you could perhaps, I don't know, you could cut Gunship, you could go lower here, play more Chainsaw, and then play like maybe just 1 Legion Extruder and then play like 2 Torch Towers. The Gunship, I don't know, I feel like that often you don't get it. The Emissary, I don't know, I kind of liked it. It also seems pretty nice with Lotus. Like, it lets you sack all these drones into Lotus. So that's something. The Fomori Vault, if you want to cut it, honestly, like, it just was awkward beyond belief. The Relic was a nice addition to this archetype. Very, very strong. Very, very good. And yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of neat. Early game is the issue. Early aggression, as we saw against that Monogreen aggro deck with Llanowar Elf turn 1. So Torture Tower is in the main. Torture Tower also nice with Relic for what it's worth, and kind of nice with the drones from Emissary. So it has a lot of bargain fodder. And what's also an issue for this deck, sadly, is like people running Ultima in the main deck. They're just gonna completely obliterate you. Yeah, that is the downside. Postboard, you have some counter spells for Ultima, of course, which help a little bit. But yeah, this deck has weaknesses, but it also seems very powerful, and it's fun to play. So yeah, I would certainly think that this is stronger than it has been before with these upgrades now. And yeah, sort of like thumbs up. I don't know if I could say it's tier 1. It's a little bit too early to say. I would have to play a little bit more with it, but certainly a cool deck, and it seems to be competitive. So tier 2, I would just sort of say right now. Maybe tier 1. All right, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you in the next one. Take care.